Yo, yo, it's your boy Trav Moody here with a Toy Kind of Mood with yet another G.I. Joe classified review. What am I saying another for? It's been a while, and it's nice to just have a new G.I. Joe classified figure in hand. Kind of missed out on some of the early stuff that's been floating around on the net. But I got myself a G.I. Joe classified retro Cobra Viper, so we will dig into that. Of course, compare it to the classified version as well as the O-ring. Yes. So if you don't know, Cobra Vipers are frontline infantry troops, just like infantry troopers, Cobra troopers, except they are higher skilled. They've got like more heat absorbing vests and grenade launchers and stuff. Just more advanced versions of the troopers on the front lines. Man, these are the tactical guys. So if Cobra troopers are background actors, these are your stuntsmen. Speaking of film, I just did a great video with my dude G.I. Joe Now and Forever casting the Cobra ensemble for the next G.I. Joe film. Don't miss this video. It was a great collab with my dude Death Valley Machine over there at G.I. Joe Now and Forever. Go check that out. All right, so before we crack open the plastic through the blister card, we'll compare the OG original O-ring Cobra Viper card back, courtesy of 3D Joe's here, against the classified retro. And among the art that we've got lately, this is much better than some of the, I don't know, they decline to say it's AI. Looking at this art, it does look like AI, but it definitely looks better than some of the stuff we've gotten lately, to the point where I am selling all my retro card backs, man. I just got rid of my Storm Shadow, and Storm Shadow's my fave, but yeah, I'm not doing the two anymore because just the art isn't what it used to be. So at least with this one, it looks pretty good, whether it's a real artist or AI. I'm sure someone in the comments can let me know who did it. You know, Hector Garrido, obviously, and was the original, I believe. And then we got the Cobra profile. As you know, I don't usually review boxes, but this is a retro pack. And they've got all three. I really wish they just had them all. I don't know why we only have to have three. But $24.99, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck with this Cobra Viper. So let's dig into it. Just like any Toy Kind of Mood review is the aesthetics, articulation, and accessories AAA, baby. So let's compare. The first thing that disappointed me about this guy, and it's not the handkerchief, missing that, but it's the lack of a vac metal mask. Of course, we saw that with Cobra Commander, and how nice would it have been to have the Viper rock that vac metal. They did put a lot of money into this guy. I believe it's an all new buck and so forth, so I can't blame them for that. All right, and there's no doubt about it. Just like Stormtroopers in the Star Wars Black Series and Cobra Troopers in a retro, this one desperately needed an update. Yeah, more than any army builder for sure. Vipers being probably among the most popular, along with bats. But yeah, as you can see, everything seems new on here. Maybe there's some reuse of the lower arms, but yeah, you got the rolled up sleeves like the classic. Got all new heat-seeking vest. It just looks puffier. I mean, look how thin and just nothing, just a stick. And this guy looks like a beefed up Cobra Trooper. Like, this guy's gone through more. He's a ranger. He's not just, your regular part of your battalion. I mean, look at the grenade sculpt on there compared to the flash grenades. Got a more pronounced Cobra insignia there. Everything looks really good. I mean, the belt, all the guidelines, all the detail on the pockets, the buckle stripped down. Yeah, just look at that. Get the zipper there. You can feel the leather on the vest. When you look at this, it's just plastic with some detailed, additions here, but just look at the quality. Got a crinkle there cutting into the sign. Just everything looks so much more realistic. I mean, even just look at the shoulder blades there, just bigger shoulders. So there you go. You got the full aluminum and you get the spackle there. Definitely a difference. That looks silver. Without the light, it's black, but it's just a gloss, if you will. See how that's just I mean, it's all dusty, but you could just see the light. Where here it's just a nice gloss, but it is black. It's like a glossy black, same quality. And you see all the paint applications that they put on the classified one up. But Yeah, definitely better quality, but same size bucket. All right, in case you want to know how he looked with the handkerchief, there you go, pretty cool. You know, so the OG didn't have it, but Classified did. And yeah, adds a little something to them, but I don't know. I think I'll leave it alone and leave it retro. So one thing I actually want to do is compare neck pegs, and we'll take that off. And yeah, there's a difference there. You got a full neck, and this one has the old ball and hinge, and the new one is a straight up dumbbell. So that's interesting. Let's see how the new one reacts to that. And yeah, it just kind of floats over. And it does fit. You know, he's not going to have much of a neck because the hole is bigger. Then you get the gauntlet. Just classic. You know, where here this was more black glove formed into the band. You've got the classic. And the original did have red gloves, but it was all one piece. Here it's separate. So let me know how you feel about that. That's definitely something different. And while I'm at it, you know what? We got it right here. So shout out to the Traveling Nerd. My dude Lance, my roommate, he's got all the old O-rings. Because I know, you know, Moody reviews, this ain't like Punk with toys where we always do the O-ring, and that definitely makes Punk stand out for sure. But doing it today, fella. And the pocket seems a little higher. No, it's about the same, but you got a little space above the boot where the boot goes to the knee hinge there. And you got a black knee pad where you didn't have it there. Let's see if the knee pads, I believe the knee pads are, let's see, are they the same? No, they're different. So, and yeah, these reminded me of Torch's boots, boot guards, but yeah, checking out the O-ring. And yeah, look at that. Pretty damn close. They added some red there, a little bit of pop. So I don't mind the liberties, you know, with the sunbow and just making things a little nicer. Of course, you got the all black vest. You can see the blue collar there. And we got, you know, all pinless and everything. And as I was telling you guys, pockets are a new addition. We're here is more just the ribbed roll-up sleeve. But everything is looking good. Mask is faithful, but see, there you go, where the mask goes almost to the end of the chin. Yeah, it's about the same. It's just a different design. They didn't, I don't know if this is as bad as like the Cobra eel and the snow serpent weapons, because the helmet is obviously the same as Cobra Island, you know, Classified. They didn't replicate the helmet on the sides, but I guess they were just looking at this and being like, I mean, you get the football helmet ribs up there where this is just more like a bucket, but this looks ridiculous. I mean, for nowadays, right? It's cool because it's O-ring and everything, but this was not vac metal back in the day either, but they got the same quality on the paint. And we'll go over the backpack. This backpack is different. It's actually closer to, I believe it's closer to the Cobra Island one. Let's see. No, I'm way off with that. But yeah, backpack is a lot different because this is Rakondo's backpack, but we'll go over accessories in a bit. But just kind of giving you an overall look of the back, and there you have it. We can compare the weapon in a bit to the O-ring, but pretty damn close. I'm loving the reds. They really punch. The blue is like almost like a purplish blue instead of like a bright blue. Actually, in real life, this is navy. It's just the light is making it almost a sky blue. And this is also a navy. And then taking a look at the utility belt, it's close, but there's a nice sculpted flashlight there. And I'll do a close-up in a second. But as you can see, the belt buckle does have red. Just didn't want to miss that. And again, you got the red stripe lining going all the way down to the legs, extending there with a much larger pocket, but pretty close. Articulation time. I don't normally do articulation with Classified reviews because they're all the same, but everybody's going to want to know how this ab crunch is. And let's get it straight. Actually, I'll put it on the stand. I'll tell you what. Get him on the stand. And so his legs are the same. And it's a pretty damn good crunch with that vest. It feels a little loose up and can tilt back a little bit. So he's on a ball joint, obviously. Rock back and forth. But yeah, it's a solid ab crunch. Let's grab Cobra Island. And yeah, this one, he can bend over more, but there's no crunch in the ab. You can kind of feel the crunch. The head isn't the greatest on this dumbbell joint, so tilting, not much. I'll take these damn things off. Can't tilt too much. A little bit. Can't even go back. Goes down. It's very little range. Cobra Island, because of the hinge, you can go all the way down and look up. Much better. Side to side's about the same. But on here, really, the new format really reduces the range there. You got butterfly joints, which don't believe you had last time. I don't know. Yeah. Butterfly joints there, pinless, double elbows and double knees. So that's obviously a new. You got the pins there all over the place. But yeah, this is all new. Double elbows. You guys all know about this. Now, how about the wrist? Because of the guard, you can spin the wrist on the hand. So maybe that was it. And you could take these guards off if you wanted to, or add them to Cobra Islands. Drop down hips. I'll go back. Double knees. Those could be stiff. The joints feel really good. I have no complaints. Hopefully nothing happens here in this review, but everything feels good. Nothing was too tight. Nothing was too loose. But let's check out the wobbly legs. See if they're wobbly. Not the best. But how about these Vipers? Yeah, that's a lot more wobbly than this one. No, that's a lot better. Nothing's moving. Nope, just the waist. The legs are staying straight. Stands great. No problems. And you got an upper bicep swivel there. Wrist, there's no forearm swivel. Again, wrist swivel. Got the boot swivel. Upper thigh. Nope. No cut on the upper. Oh, wait. Yes. Sorry. And the cut is masterfully done there because it looks just like a wrinkle. To the point where I didn't even think there was. This one was just a little stiff. So that was it. Just the upper thigh joint there. But yeah, everything's good. And boot swivel, 360 rocker, and then vertical hinge there. So, and then the hand, trigger finger, vertical hinge. And then, how about the right one? Feels like vertical. Yeah, I don't think. A little bit of a horizontal. But yeah, well done. And now we have a look at the accessories infrared version. I kid you all. We got the FN40 GL MK2 grenade launcher, Ruger 5.7. You got all that? Let's take a look at it. We've seen it before. Actually, none of my guns were that warped. See, pretty good. So we got it before with a steel core commander, possibly other people. I was kind of looking at some of the, I don't think this is the one that came with Spirit, but maybe it was like a Cobra sniper or something like that. And then we also got it with the infantry trooper. Can't find the muzzle, but there's the comparison there. But same thing, just 0 paint apps on this, but you know, the retro gun, which is here. And here's a comparison. That just looks like a old rifle with a stick mag. So crazy modified gun, but you know, and it does have the scope. The clip does have a darker gray to it. Probably hard to tell in this review. If I can get quality, you know, it looks exactly the same. I don't know. And to my eye, off camera, this is darker, but on camera, it looks exactly the same. All right, so move those out of the way. We got ourselves the 3 backpacks, Recondo backpack. Just 0 paint apps, all black, everything. And then again, we compared it to the O-ring, all black. And then you got the Cobra Island backpack, which is much nicer. Even if it doesn't make sense, it's got all the gray canisters. It's got the logo. There's several variations of this, of course. And you got Recondo's black, but everything's there. You get the canteen and the zippers and everything. So quality backpack, but just plain, but it makes sense for retro. Up next, you got the FN Scar 17 Steel Core Commander. We've seen it from I believe it was the Viper 3-pack as well, or whatever. So a lot of these weapons are coming with the Viper 3-pack. I mean, maybe this one did too. But yeah, that's the deal there. And now for a sidearm, we got the Smith & Wesson M and P22 mag, kind of a Ruger 57 amalgamation, if you will. This is what we've seen before from the Viper Commando, I believe, or Viper Officer in the 3-pack with the like the gold mask and the gray. This is what you're getting. It's pretty close to what we got. Retro, a little bit of brown on the handle, same exact thing. This is Gridiron's version of the Viper Officer. So just like I wanted to compare the two guns that we got there, you got Gridirons on the bottom, which seems closer to the original in a way or not, but this is a damn good gun, but pretty close, right? Like not too far out. And then of course, lastly, you got a Cobra stand, and I got my fingerprints all over it already. I don't usually use these things, but it's nice that they come with them. How does Rakondo's backpack feel on this? Pretty good. You got a layer of the vest there. And yeah, fits on fairly snug. No complaints there, but there's nowhere to stow the guns. And except for the Smith & Wesson, his Magnum there, that can, and it's kind of a pain in the ass, the backpack, but it slides right in there. All right, final thoughts. Retro Cobra Viper, man, this was an intensive review, of course, comparing to what we got in the past. Lots of different changes, lots of similarities, so really well done overall. This seems to be the highlight. Haven't gotten rock and roll yet. Did get this guy just fresh into the mail just now, but not enough time to do a ranking review. I'll have one of those soon because rock and roll's coming tomorrow, but I got another possible 16-hour day on set and just didn't want to get behind. So, but the ranking will come as soon as I get rock and roll, and probably over the weekend I'll do a quick companion video to this. I know people are digging the ranking format that we have, but we're just going with Cobra. But I believe this is the highlight. This is the one, you know, with the more new parts. It's less of a redo, repaint, whatever. This is the one that people are going to want. It's an army builder, so deserving of a full review. Do love the changes. You know, I'm not completely sure how I feel about just the red gloves with this thing, having it off, but it is cool that you can do more with the hand movement there. All the sculpting looks good. They put some money into this thing. Hard to complain, especially nowadays with a lot of reuse and using your molds and making the most out of your molds and all like that. So man, Vipers probably, they're among my favorite army builders. Love what they did. I think it's going to be a home run with people. I think they're going to sell fast. I'm surprised you can still go on Amazon, and it's supposed to ship June 9th, so pretty soon, a couple weeks from now. Some of these local vendors have them. You know, maybe Diamond Comics got these out before they went under. Who knows what the story is with that. But yeah, overall, really digging what they did with the Viper, and I'm going to have to go 4.25-4.5. I think it's an excellent, I mean, almost superior army builder, but we have a lot of Vipers. So, you know, it might not be on everyone's bucket list, but if you're a diehard Viper fan, you're going to want to add a couple of these to your ranks. Actually, I was going to cancel my Amazon pre-order, and I think I want 2 of these now. All right, guys, you know what to do. Like, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. We go live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Time, 10 p.m. Eastern. For Toy Kind of Mood, I'm Trav Moody. I'll catch you in the twirl. Peace.